Hi all, welcome back. Hope you've all been staying safe. Finally back on Wild Rose. I'm going to do a couple of jobs, only small jobs. I have my bearing puller, I have a socket set, and there's a set of Allen keys up there. I'm going to swap out the steering wheel. I tried it the other week, just briefly when I was down tidying up, and I couldn't get it off, so I've had to come back with the bearing puller. So, pop the centre cap out, just pops out with a flathead screwdriver. Now, for some reason, this nut is imperial. It's actually a 15/16. Don't ask me why. If you want to try a 24mm, will also fit, not quite as tight, so it's not an accurate fit. You may be able to hammer a 23mm over there, but do that at your own risk, if you even have a 23mm socket. So normally what you would do is you just take the big captive nut off, and then the whole hub and the steering wheel will pull off at once. But what I'm going to do, just to make it easy for you guys to see, is I'm actually going to separate the steering wheel from the boss, which is just take these Allen bolts out on this particular steering wheel, which is, I believe, 3mm Allen key. So we'll just get these out, and then we'll pull the steering wheel off. So I will do this, and I will be back shortly, and we'll go through the rest of the procedure. So we've got the steering wheel off, we've got the captive nut off, and this is the boss of the steering wheel. So if you look here, we have these two keyways. This one is empty, nothing down it. This other one, however, has a crescent key in it. Now the key is flat on one side, curved on the other. And it fits in at kind of an angle, and then as you push the boss down and the boss seats, the keyway flattens up, and then that locks it in place. Now, I was kind of hoping I would be able to prise the crescent to an angle to allow this to slide off, but there is no way that crescent is moving at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bearing puller around the back of here, hopefully, onto there, and then try and brute force and ignorance it off the shaft. So I'm going to get that set up now, and we'll be back shortly to see if we can get this off. So we have our bearing puller set up. So these plates go around the bottom of the base, so these are the ones that do the pulling action. We're screwed up now. The boss is only plastic, and it's a bit big for these plates because it's a car bearing puller. So I've kind of just got it on as best I can, tightened up these nuts here and these nuts. So I pulled it together tight, and actually, don't know if you can see it, but it is actually crushing the plastic a little bit on that one. And then you have these spacer bars which separate the pulling head from the T-bar from the boss. So I put these spacers in, and I have loads of different sizes, but these are the smallest ones that I need. And then I have the screw bar which goes through, and conveniently, if you actually look on the nut head, on the shaft head, you can see it's actually recessed in the middle, so the spike fits straight in the recess. So it's designed to have a puller put on it, basically, to separate these. So got that on, I've got that done. So now it's just a case of turning this. Now we will have to hold this as well, so I'm going to do two hands. So I'm going to put you down, hopefully point you in roughly the right direction, and fingers crossed we will see this pop off. If you hear a lot of swearing, you know it didn't work as intended. So yeah, let me put you down. Let's see if we can get this off. Hopefully that's pointing towards you guys. Oh, there you go. That crack was the crescent breaking. And now, the whole lot. There you go. Easy as that. And so the actual crescent I was on about is this little piece here, look. You see, little crescent. So it sits like that in the keyway, sloped front to back. and then as you push your new steering wheel on, it levels out like that, and that locks it in place in the new steering wheel. So what I was trying to do it was like that, and I was trying to put the screwdriver in to push it like that, but obviously it wasn't coming, so just a bearing puller on the boss, pull it straight off. So I'm just going to give this an ever so quick wipe, and then I'm going to get my new steering wheel out and I'll show you how it fits. Now it's the same steering wheel as the one that Sally Jane had, so you'll have seen the steering wheel before itself. I don't know if I went into as much detail as this on how to fit it all, so I'm just going to do that now. I'll get the steering wheel out, get that cleaned up, and I'll run it through with you. Right, so this is the new steering wheel. It'll look very similar to the one from Sally Jane, because it is. The reason I like this is they're nice and heavy. They have a nice good weight to them, and they feel nice using it. It's a nice thick size, but it's also exactly the same steering wheel that Sealine fit on the brand new boats. So yeah, so we were talking about was keyways earlier. So obviously you've got the keyway and the crescent up here on the shaft, and what all that does is that fits into any one of these three keyways on the actual hub. Now you can separate this hub from the wheel, but I'm not going to. So all it is I've got the keyway in. I'm just going to line this up. There you go, and you can see I've lined the crescent up with one of the little grooves, and then you just push, and that's it. And then now I just put my nut back on and put the centre boss on, and that's it. New steering wheel fitted, one-handed. So I'll just tidy this up, finish it up now, and show you the finished product. And there we go, one lovely fitted steering wheel. Nice and easy. I know I did the same job with the same steering wheel on Sally Jane, but hopefully this was a little bit more in depth than that one. Hopefully you enjoyed fitting the steering wheel. I know probably nothing new for you long-term viewers, but yeah, we'll get into some more interesting things. This ultrasonic sender, I think, is an interesting thing, so we'll get into that as soon as we can. Hopefully next weekend now, maybe the weekend after. It's my niece's birthday next weekend, but we'll see. We'll try and get that up and get that done, and then after that I'm going to start on the dash. Emma's just picked up the two new Raymarine 970S's to replace my ST60s, and I've got a new Raymarine Ray 91 VHF to replace the old Raymarine VHF that's currently fitted, and the AIS, because the new VHF broadcasts AIS across the NEMA network, so I don't need a secondary separate NEMA AIS setup, which will then free up that centre panel in the dash for an autopilot. So I'm going to hopefully maybe make a start on that next time we're down as well, but we'll see. The desire to go out might be greater than the desire to do jobs. Depends on what the weather's like. Hopefully this good weather will hold out, and next time we can have some good weather and get out maybe, but we'll see. In the meantime, stay safe everyone, and I will catch up with you all later. Take care. Bye bye.